Hello everyone, and welcome in. I hope you guys have had a great day. Let's go ahead and make it just a little bit better, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome one, welcome all to the Saturday night live stream Fortnite. How are you guys doing tonight, on this Saturday evening? Hello there, David Schultz, Aaliyah, Wooly Griffin, Ender Tate, Wolfie Love, Isaac, Smold, Quantum, Spy Team, Will, welcome one, welcome all, Hams, Gruber. How you doing today? Well, for those who know, and for those who are looking to join, the lobby is open, so you need only press the join button if you are interested in joining us today. It is 4 a.m. You're doing horrible. It sounds like you need a good old-fashioned nap, which is a good time, yes? So let us go. Cheers from France. Ooh, it's getting a little late over there, is it not? Almost nap time, is it? Well, I'm happy to be your late night entertainment, as it were. It's been in the 90s today. Oh my, sounds like a nice hot experience outside, yeah? Some people's days, weekends are hotter than others. Well, I'm glad you enjoy there, Willie Griffin. Alright, well, looks like we've still got some extra space open in the lobby, so by all means, come one, come all, and join in the fun. So it looks like we're about ready to go. All right. Sweden won Eurovision. I see nothing wrong with this. What are my thoughts on Mechabellum? I think I haven't played it a whole lot. I also think it's a lot of memorization that I'm going to need to do. I also think that it's not quite ready for release, given the amounts of issues I've seen. I also think it could be quite slow, like direct strike rounds, but way longer. I will see how that goes as it is developed. Elia, that must have felt quite satisfying, didn't it? Like I was 60 pings since we're both Floridian. Understandable. There's a fair few close in. Hello there, chow for zombies. Welcome in. Looks like the lobby is just now filling up, which is a good time to me. What are my thoughts on the cerebellum? What are my cerebellum on thoughts? Alright, looks like we are good to go and start things off. So let's jump right into it, shall we? Time's up. Let's do this. Oh my. So I've had a good... You know, I've been playing a lot of more high seas, because it's a good time. And I like boats. It's a good way to describe it. I think that's the best way to describe it. I like big boats. I like very big boats. Though we're starting off with kind of medium-sized boats. Small boats. Work our way up. As someone's trying to load. If only, if only. Well, it looks like we have a disconnect, so what we're going to do is jump right out of this one. Alas. Unfortunately, it seems that we're stuck here, at least until somebody else is able to finish connecting, if that's an issue. If that's possible. Alright, so we'll jump out of here. Here you go. You good? Try this again, shall we? Once more. If you like tanks, you should try the new wheels mod. I like tanks, especially when they have legs. Big, walking, hulking tanks. Let's go. Alright, looks like everyone's passed their first load in. And we're off. Let's do this. I need to start with some energy production, because starting with not energy production on boats is a good way to get yourself soft locked out here. Not into that, so we'll start getting up all of our retail. Probably should have gone to the armory, because the armory is... it's just more defensive, which is something that's going to be relevant given my position, as I am playing in the rear fort this time. This means that I have the elevated position, which is great for dealing with airborne threats, things like howitzers, deck cannons, and the like. Can the boats move? Yes, the boats can move, although not in any realistic sense. Make sure to have AA? Yes. Yes, that is the good thing to do. Everyone needs their own AA. Some positions are better kitted for it than others. I think from this position I'm going to go for cannons. Looks like we've got a disconnect, so we'll give them a moment to return. Why is Markdown not implemented in live chat? Not sure. Personally, I'm into Markdown. I know some people are not. Markdown is not something that works for a vast majority of people, so something like live chat probably is better off without it, because it just confuses people. But, alas, appeasing the lowest common denominator is always painful for the rest of us. In any case, let's go. Alright, so we're going to restart this match then. Okay, so I have no idea what's going on here, guys. Y'all doing okay? Y'all's internet holding up today? Because I'm not convinced it is. I'd say as if I'm not the common denominator here. Okay, let's try this again. Well, this one isn't on me. Okay, you know what? I'ma just do this. Try this again. Straight from the start. Do the same map and everything. There we go. Why am I like this? Just closed it out again. Okay. Let's try this again. APM too high. No, I twitched my finger is what happened. And accidentally double-clicked. Which meant we escaped real quick. Just right out of there. Alright. Did you see you play Star Sector Edit? Y'all have been spamming me with that question. Spamming is a strong word. Has been asking every stream, every opportunity, since the update to everything except Next Relin. Which is the one thing. But yes. I have said it before and I'll say it again. The trigger for me playing Star Sector again is the update for Next Relin. When Next Relin updates, and it's stable, we play it. But yes, does that answer your question? Alright, time's up. Let's do this. And we're off. Into the first round. Hopefully. Hopefully this time. I've still got my tea. We've got plenty of tea. Nice hot. And we're off, ladies and gentlemen, to the first round. Let's go ahead and do this. First round in boats, always a good time. I do like to start with the energy production because otherwise we suffer. We suffer greatly. But then I'll sell off this extraneous metal. I'm going to go with the armory here. As much as things such as the buzzsaw are great, I generally prefer to stay alive, and the armory is a little bit better at that because it gives us access to flak. Flak is pretty much mandatory to keep us alive against some of those heavier artillery weapons. So I'm keen to get that process started, or at least the technology, so we have the option. And now I'm just going to be buffing up my metal income as much as I can. That's not true. Just substantially for this time being. Because I want to have enough metal to actually afford things. Alright, so I'm going to get the second one of these, knowing full well that doing so will delay my heavy weapons technology by a small margin. But now I'm just going to basically sit here and wait. Wait for the income to arrive for us to purchase our first heavy weapon. Which should be happening here in the next 10 seconds or so. As we've sold off everything we can. And I don't mind delaying this a little bit, especially given this is a 4v4. And the reason for that is... given that we're in a 4v4, this match is going to go a little bit longer. Player has DC'd once again, so we'll give them a moment to return. Forts is very stable today. I don't think it's forts. Really don't think it's forts. Really don't think it's forts. I think some specific players are having internet connectivity issues. As here we have Ivoryborn coming in and joining the incursion for the first time. Congratulations, you've gained access to all those beautiful emotes here in the channel, as well as the special access Discord, special access role on Discord. Welcome in. Make sure to get that Discord account linked so you can join us in there. But I think we're good to go. And off we go. Alright. So now we have the technology placed. I'm going to start constructing a position to build my weapons. Going up to 51 metal expenditure on these struts of wood. So we'll create a cannon a place just barely large enough for a cannon, which is the ideal. Alright. I've got a hot second before we can actually purchase the cannon, because our technology is not quite finished. This means that I have the extra money to spend on additional things like more money-making opportunities, which I'm a fan of. That's explicitly why I don't mind delaying the heavy weapons technology just a little bit in this particular scenario, as we kind of really do expect these matches to go a little bit longer due to the size of the match, given it's a 4v4. So getting that extra income earlier means that I can start pooling money faster and getting even more money quicker than I would without getting the without having delayed my tech by a few seconds. And it's just a few seconds of delay, so it's not super concerning. So what I'm going to do next is literally just save up for a second cannon. While I could stay with one cannon, I'm going to get a little risky here. If you notice this cannon is placed, it can be shot by things like, say, a buzzsaw. It can be shot by a lot of things. If someone were to hit me with fire beams, or they would hit me with, I don't know, there's swarm missiles. I would be vulnerable to such things. But I'm choosing to get a little risky here because the reality is swarm missiles are kind of a bad strategy given the context. The context being that this is a 4v4. Problem with swarm missiles in a 4v4 is that swarm missiles get outscaled by anti-air. So if they were to try to do something like launch them at me, they may work against my cannons, but once everyone on the team gets AA of any kind, swarm missiles will literally do nothing for the remainder of the game. So generally speaking, players prefer their weapons not be actually useless, so you generally won't see swarm missiles, and for similar reasons, other early game aggression is not terribly common, so I'm not too concerned about it. So I'm going to spend this time to actually armor up my stuffs. Put at least 2 doors on these guys. Open this guy up here. And we'll trim our fronts here a little bit to get ourselves a nice, stable, and consistent elevation. Thank you. And then begin firing. Why can't you fire? Because there's a single brace here. You see the front of my ship is rotating upward. This is by design. Looks like one of my opponents fired first, so I will be doing the return fire. Fully right into that position. I don't know what's going on here, but we do see a lot of portals to begin with, which is usually a sign that they don't have much in the way of money. I'm floating money, which is a mistake, so we'll be dealing with that. Let's go ahead and fire here. Try to follow it up. Cut a little deep. Looks like we do have a hostile target there to deal with. Taking a single hit here, not too big of a concern. Let's add our additional doors. Okay. So next up, I do want to be expanding behind either additional technology or additional weaponry. Good solid hit. Nothing to follow up with that. I was concerned about shots from above. Gonna reconstruct those. That will delay me substantially, but I can go ahead and continue expanding upwards. 51. Looks like my teammates have managed to land that shot, which is a great opportunity. Because, you know, one player opens, the others finish it off. Well, that's a lot of damage. Typically, you want to construct the aircraft, the ammo for this before building the runway, because the runway can't do anything without the aircraft, so no reason not to. I am going to be checking if my cannon fits there in a moment, but for the time being, let's go ahead and continue firing at the next target. Need to aim a little higher. little higher still. There it is. There we go. Okay. The joy of tiny door. I could take these kind of hits quite extensively. Alright, now we put the doors back. Excellent. Continue tiny dooring up here. I do need to check to see if this deformed to the point where cannon no longer cannon still fits here. Great. Love to see it. Nice, tight, dense bracing. Okay. Looks like I need to list the ship just a little bit more. Let's get a bigger spike over here. This will give me the angle I need to land these shots. Good. I'm not quite certain what that third base player is doing. But it involved them having a cannon, and they no longer have a cannon, which is exactly the thing I wanted. Alright, so more energy production as well as another energy storage. As I'm going up to 3 cannons, it will cost me 9,000 energy in order to fire those. So I want to have the batteries to fire them all without, you know, hitting 0. I'm going to be refiring last position. Good solid hit. Now we open the door and fire. Alright, complete clean pass-through. That means that our target no longer has anything in that specific location. So we will be changing the aim just a little bit. So we add additional goodies here. I could stand to... Okay, go aim a little bit further down. Hey, there it is. Alright, so it looks like we got just the tip of the enemy cannon. And the secondary explosions went clean through the core. Love to see it. As we take hit after hit. Alright, I'm going to take this opportunity with our extra energy production to invest into an upgrade center. This will give us additional income to field additional cannons. Due to my firing angles, I'm going to send the cannons to my direct opponent. Open up the third cannon. Looks like I want to start changing our ship's trim here a bit. Okay. Let's get this all properly fixed. There we go. I wouldn't mind getting a bit of metal at the bottom layer here. Great. Alright, directly to the front. Oh, that's a return to sender there. Alright. Okay then, now it is time to get additional anti-energy shields. By additional, I mean any anti-energy shield at all. I'm satisfied that they haven't, that the enemies haven't done any manner of, well, projectile weapons that need to be shot down via AA. Oh, thank you. Alright. Their forward base seems to be dedicated AA, which isn't being super useful right now, given that we don't have really much of anything to be shot down. I do have the one teammate directly in front of me, which has weapons that could be shot down, but aside from that, that's it. Looks like they just live here to be bullied by cannons right now. Their top base very much so doesn't like me. I don't blame them. I'm kind of wiping out significant chunks of their team over and over and over again, which is not usually something you want to tolerate, and their rear base is not tolerating it Or at least they're trying not to. They can't... They don't seem to be doing too much about it, but... Let us fire once again. Looks like we have a tier 3 on the team. Aim this a little lower. There's the hit we wanted. It looks like all of their AA has been properly silenced, which means those portals take advantage of those. So my goal at this point, fire these cannons as low as possible below these portals and break things. And to assist with that, we're going to be adjusting our trim once again. There we go. Drop in from above. It's not even true. We're going directly to the front. The teammates are dropping in from above, at least one of them with that tier 3. The rest of us are just kind of firing directly, head on, which I'm okay with. Come on, keep firing. There it is. Player eliminated. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing the same kind of re-aiming all the way up the top base. For that, I'm going to need some serious trim. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade these. Upgrade a few more of these, just because I can. Make ourselves a battery core back here. Do a little bit more storage. Alright. So this will be a catastrophe of damage. And there we have it. Very well aimed. Good job, good job. Did you think about balancing the teams? You're correct. I didn't. Not even a little bit. Because, Lord knows, it's usually a mistake to try. Oh no. Y'all ready? As I sip my tea. Oh, that just feels good. That feels real good. Let's do this. Question from chat: How do you build so fast? Click faster. That is the one thing that forts that slaps people across the face in forts. People come to play forts thinking they're going to play fancy Angry Birds, instead finding themselves trying to speed run Poly Bridge while under cannon fire. There is no substitute. There is no substitute for practicing your speedrun strats. As once more into the fray. Build up a little position here for our wind turbines. By wind turbines, I mean these energy production smokestacks. I definitely shouldn't have gotten 2 of them. It's disgustingly overkill, and now I gotta live with that decision. Sitting here, blanking. Let's go ahead and get our armory. Start reconstructing these elements here. And get the mines going. By mines, I mean propellers, which are basically the same thing. Mechanically, each propeller is approximately half of a mine. Mechanically, each turbine is approximately half of a smokestack. Okay. This is why I like to get the armory. It just fits so well with everything. Now we wait for the chance to put down new technologies. Alright, well, what have we done here? Oh, they're trying to core swing. Didn't quite make it. Core swing is something that is quite difficult to do. Usually takes substantial amounts of practice. When I say substantial, I mean, how many hours have you spent trying? Oof. Yeah, you can't just do that and expect it to work. That's not how that works at all. Off we go. Alright, let's continue expanding. Like, you guys have seen me, even I sometimes fail those core swings. It happens. It is hard to do. Oh, no, that's not what that's supposed to be. We go way out here to the edge of the world. There it is. And now we add weapon. Perfectly timed. Actually, put this right here. And seed it back just a little bit. You like how the first step is to boated barge. That's not the first step. That's like step 17 plus. And Flynn, as long as it doesn't involve team killing, you do, yeah. Balance up the teams. If only it were so simple. It would be nice to have a way of meaningfully balancing. But, we can't even quite do that in tournaments because it's a bit of a disparity in the players involved. At some point, balance is just not an option. We hit that point a long time ago. It has gotten better, certainly with the Fort's player base getting more and more players over the years. It has gotten better, like way better. It's just, some point you just gotta go with it. Except that some team is gonna lose. This is why I don't balance the teams. Even when I'm the one getting bullied. It's just not worth it. Alright. I need to trim a little bit. How to randomize teams button lobby. I mean, I could randomize myself. Just close my eyes and click buttons until it's done, but it's not going to make the teams any less random or more balanced. It just changes who suffers the imbalance that time around, eh? You know, you press random until the teams aesthetically look relatively more balanced here, yeah? Or you just hit random until it feels like feels like you're good to go. So I was trying to cut it close. I literally cut off the top of his base, which was a little closer than I wanted it. Like, it's notably closer than I wanted it, actually. Flag really needed that haircut. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. He's making the tree of fire beam. Oh no. Getting bullied is great content. Oh no. I mean, some people are into it. I don't knock them. Just, it's a thing. That's it, another player disconnected. Somehow, some of those cannons survived. Survived all the fire damage. Impressive. Unfortunately, this is not a meaningfully... This round is not notably meaningful. There's a... Oh, come on. It's just so close. I can't. That's my bad. Says he got kicked. He didn't get kicked. He disconnected, presumably because he didn't want to be in the lobby, which is fair enough, given the context. Fucking 2 players spamming fire beams, of all things. If they have enough spare APM to complain the whole match, they should be able to carry a teammate or 2. If only that's how that worked. If only, if only. I keep getting painfully close to that flak, which is not doing anything. I don't need to do this. I don't need any more trim. What I could use, however, is additional batteries and replace with howitzer. Cannon versus sniper, who wins? Almost got it. Okay. That magna beam does mean I could use these cannons. Oh, hey, big gun. Let's go ahead and set this up here and here. Magna beam soon. Do it. I think he's going to try to magna beam with his aircraft. Is he selected? No. Yeah, I think he's going to try to magna beam with his aircraft, which is fair enough. Airstrike from above. Good damage, good damage. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Okay. Oh my god, so many fire beam. Oh, just barely missed the core. Almost got it. Almost got it, but not quite. So many fire. Demand snipey shenanigans. There's really not much in the way to do with snipey shenanigans. Not right now, at least. Oh! Took out the rear of the ship, which is an incredibly important segment, but not the finishing blow, as it were. Everything must be on fire by now. Well, he's having a bad day. Certainly having a bad day. Surely this does it. I think he's good to go. Oh, I'm not gonna hit that with the magna beam. Yeah, that would have been a mistake for me to fire. Middle base is just asking for a sniper. They all are asking for a sniper. Like, they're doing that on purpose because this is not a difficult strategy to deal with. It's a meme strat. That's what it is. Oof. Alright. It wasn't very fair. I mean, I don't know what you expect. Like, there's not a whole lot I can do. It's one of the side effects of when you have relatively small player base. Some players get extremely skilled at the game and count as more than 4 players. It's like, okay, well, what do? Sure, why not? Do the teams this way. What could possibly go wrong? Y'all ready? People want balance, but nobody wants to be the one who has to be kicked to achieve balance. Yep. That's kind of how it goes. Yeah, no one... They want to win, they want to feel good, but nobody wants to do the necessary steps to do so. Switch 2 players to the other team. That would make things so much more difficult for the other team. As once more, we jump into it. Start out with our energy production. A couple propellers here for metal. Sell off these for metal. And use these sold goods to get our technology. There we go. Carry on our expenditures toward additional income. And that's about as close to the edge there as we're going to get. Same kind of deal over here. This is the point where we save for our next technology. Given my position, I definitely want to go for a bit of a... just a bit of anti-air. I think I'm going to play around with a slightly different strategy this time. See how this goes. This one will require some additional goodies, to say the least. And a little bit of surprise, perhaps? We'll see how it lasts. So to start this off, I'm going to, well, for one, get as many propellers as I can for maximum income. And then I'm going to invest into one of these. Where are you? Here you are. Let's adjust this a little bit. Why do we have a... Okay. Why, you know, fit. It's too close to the floor. Alright, so we'll have to put this up here, I think. This will delay me a little bit, but not too much. Okay. There we go. This is the best place to put explosive components is right next to the core. You know, like next to the batteries and such. Get rid of this. Do this. Okay, so we'll start out with additional goodies. Let's do this here. Those are swarm missiles, which are terrifying and require AA emplacements. Let's go ahead and get those set up, shall we? Not quite finished here. Oof. Almost. Alright. Door's still closed. EMP lands. Rip teammate. Well, that's the end here. So that was a cannon directly into my weapons. And, I'm out of money. So they did a whole lot of mid-game stuff, and I was so close to firing. It would likely have been the end. I suspect they're not going to give me an opportunity to come back here, but I shall live for as long as I can. Oh my god, that... They have so many... They have all 4 players going for incredibly dangerous things very quickly, and they're all very angry at me specifically. I don't blame them. Oh no, we have so many beams coming out of here. Okay, well, hopefully I lasted long enough to get this going. Gotta gun sniper spam. Well, sniper spam only ever works against players who don't know how to play the game, and I mean that in a very literal sense. Fortunately, we're not in a lobby. Well, unfortunately, we're not in a lobby where that is capable of working. Missile clock came fast, and they didn't do a missile rush there. There wasn't a particularly fast missile rush. They were doing a nice slow pressure. We're using, as I know they're on voice comms, so they're all sitting there. They are all on voice comms, working together to coordinate their attacks. Some going for missiles, some going for early game suppression, like the shotguns, as they have some of their other players work up toward the heavier weapons, such as cannons and the laser beams. That is about as effective as you can be for a 4v4. Like, this is 4v4 tournament strats in a very literal sense. In order for us to have a chance, we would have to literally be playing at a tournament level in order to survive this for any meaningful amount of time. Which is something I am not interested in doing at this point in time. And with that, that is 3 matches in this lobby, so we will make a new one. If you guys want to come and join, now is your opportunity. If you guys like this kind of content, if you guys want to see the top tier forts, or if you guys want to come and join yourselves, now is your chance. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and as always, enjoy. As I sip my tea and get ready for the next round. You see what a balanced team looks like. Yes, equally as destructive for the other side, which is why I generally don't bother to do the balancing. It's just not. It isn't worth it. It doesn't actually solve the problem. Like, not even a little bit. Let us go. That is one of the things that people forget. It's still a video game. It's at the end of the day, you can only do memes if your opponents permit you to. A lot of people want to say, I just want to play the game to check out all the cool things and to have fun. It's like, wait a minute. Your idea of fun is predicated on the notion that somebody else will carry you so that you can have fun. Somebody is literally defending you, building your fort for you, managing your economy for you, so that you can then play with the toys that somebody else gave you. That is your idea of fun. And when you're on a team of, say, 4 people, and no one wants to do that for you, well, you don't get to have your fun, and it feels bad, and everyone else is happier for it. Which is, it is what it is. Welcome to video games and life in general, I suppose. But time's up. Let's do this. Kalijah coming in with the nuclear launch. Hello there. Meets and love in chat for Kalijah coming in with the first support, or the first nuke of this live stream, taking that top spot so far. How are you doing today? Alright, we are off. We've got an extra mine, an extra starter turbine down. From this position...
Warning, nuclear launch
I
detected.
don't mind going with this guy here. I've taken to just going unless I'm doing some specific strat. I'm taken to just going armory, like I'm doing something blind, or specifically teaming up with someone for a specific purpose, or participating in some explicit strategy. It is generally, in my opinion, worth going for the armory first, because it gives you the most versatility in defense. So already I'm hearing portals being placed, which is an indicator that they will not be able to participate in this match. The reason for that is that portals are very expensive, and if you spend your time, or you spend your money building portals for any reason, which you've done is you've not spent your money on technology, or you've not spent, at this point at least, you've not spent your money on income and investment into your infrastructure, which means that you will not be anywhere near capable of producing resources and otherwise competing in the same caliber as somebody who has simply done anything other than spend their money on portals. So that is effectively one player removed from the game, and we've only just started. You could even hear them activating the portals. They're at some point, it's not a bad thing to build portals. Just we're not nearly to that point yet. Here's the thing. If you activate them, now all you're doing is draining your energy at a substantial amount. It's something like 1 wind turbine apiece. And the benefit is you are not really capable of being easily attacked, which is not something that is a serious concern at this point in time. So, yikes. Also, we hear upgrade center things going on. This either means early weapons, or more likely, it's resource production. This is actually not strictly a bad thing. The early upgrade center, as we have seen from the Forge tournaments, is usually something done with the architect. What you can do is
Warning,
the architect
nuclear launch detected.
Rapid construction active ability, which gives you the ability to catch up with your opponents, because going for the upgrade center this early will slow you down extensively, which is an issue.
Did I just hear a nuke? Let's go another one.
It's a pretty significant issue if you're trying to, you know, compete with your opponents in a match.
Warning, nuclear launch detected.
So we'll get to see what their strat is. If they go for the architect strat, then they will be able to keep up with us. Otherwise, not so much.
Floating mechs on fire.
That will be in our benefit. Mind you, that extra expenditure on income will eventually lead them to be further ahead of us in terms of raw economic power. That's just not something that they have. It's just not something that will have paid off quite yet. This is why we do this quickly. So, because I've managed to complete this quickly, I can have it repaired and ready to go. And retaliate. So, the typical laser rush, dealing catastrophic damage to my opponent. You'll love to see it. Now I will use my gorgeous armory to give me some AA positions. I need just a little bit more energy here. There we go. Can I go clean through right here? They should have a battery right there. If I can penetrate. Yes. Got it. Alright, so one player removed. Love to see it. I could put smokestacks here because my base is in the water, which gives me access to high seas tech. The smokestack just a little bit stronger. Okay, so one player removed. Now to work on the next. By stronger, I mean smokestack costs twice as much, gives twice as much. It's a little bit more space efficient. Obviously has different
Warning. Nuclear launch detected.
Let's go ahead and put a flak here and flak here. Just leave it exposed for now. I'm going to take this opportunity to go straight to the front.
I've watched way more of your stream over the last few years than all of my streaming services combined.
Not enough is the answer.
Frankly,
Activate command
it
ability
helped me
for
though some rough
quick
times.
reload.
Thanks a
Get
lot
another
and keep it up.
battery here. Put additional
Warning.
storage.
Nuclear launch detected.
Alright, refire again. Slightly lower this time. Chop it all off. Use my flak to pepper anything that is
Are we doing
exposed,
nukes
which
now?
doesn't seem to be much. I think because they sold it off. So at this point, I'm going to be targeting their energy production here. Mostly just because I can. Oh, that's going to be a beautiful shot. You'll love to see it. Incoming space laser. And again. Alright, well, I'm okay with this. Let's go ahead and get an upgrade center here. Nope.
Warning.
Nope, fire beam.
Nuclear launch
No,
detected.
stop it. No burn. It burn. Sadness. Got it.
Let's keep it going, nuke train choo-choo.
Well, if that isn't a technology, laser production facility there. All right, so let's go ahead and replace you with the plasma because I can. Okay, put another. Are you in the way for anything? I think not. I'll just put another exposed flak here. Fire last position. Yes. Ideally, I can remove that technology, which would give him a bad time. Fortunately for me, this is a player who spent a lot on economy and upgrades in the early game. Or mid-game? More of the mid-game. Which means that they will have some rough time in terms of weapon damage output, because they don't have any weapons. You notice? They have all this investment into additional economy. This is the player that did the upgrades. This is the player that did the portals, which are looking like they won't save him. Sadness. Fortunately, this doesn't kill him. I am very wrong. Okay. Oh, that came online at the perfect opportunity. The perfect moment. In that case, I start removing these. No flak to save you? Good. Break everything, shall we? Straight to the front. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so because my teammates are going for cannons and the like, I'm going to be sticking with the energy weaponry. Oh, that cut him so very deep. Full penetration. Okay, broke that one. Let's keep trying to break these portals as much as we can. As I need so much more energy production. There's a good hit. Oh, almost to the core. But I don't have the energy production to continue. So I'm going to spend the upgrade on this. Get a little bit more energy production out of this as much as possible. So we ignite him once again. I think this is the one that was aimed directly at the core, so we're going to do it. Yeah. I think he sold that off on purpose to make it easy for us to finish him off. Which is, you know, that's relatable. And here comes the aircraft. The Air Force to save the day. Or at least, to win the game. Alright. As ladies and gentlemen, what do we have here? But y'all have been going crazy with this support, with JDNY Gunner coming in with the nuclear launch, dropping the 25. Did you hear it, Nuke? Let's go another one. You did, Gunner, coming in with the craziness as Buildair floating mechs on fire. But these are boats coming in with the 20. How you doing today? I saw you playing some more Mech 5, having a good time, because I am. Or at least I was. And then we have, if it isn't anyone else, but Ashley Carr coming in with the 25 euros. We're doing nukes now, so it would seem. That was a good time. We haven't seen nukes from boats launched just yet, but that is something that we will probably see coming up here soon, as Alex Sweet coming in with the absolute megaton, dropping the 69.90. Nice. You watched way too much of your stream over the past years, more than all of his streaming services combined. Frankly, it helped you through some rough times. Thanks a lot, and keep it up. I am glad you enjoyed. You know, that's what we are here for. We're here for the good times all around, and I'm glad I could be that voice on the TV, just a little bit of motivation in the background. Ladies and gentlemen, Gunner came back once again, dropping the 50, the absolute megaton. Keep the nuke train going. Choo choo, says Gunner. Don't you love to see it? Why you like this? Showering us all with support and a little extra radioactivity, and then rejoining the incursion for 11 months. That's just 1 month away from 1 year, so very close to getting your red badge. So very, very close. As Forts disappears from screen for reasons beyond my comprehension. But that is something I don't have to worry too much about, because it'll come right back up here soon. Have you guys met Swan? I haven't seen him again, which makes me a little sad, because I like him. He's fun. He's big. That's what he is. He's real big. Like extra thickness. Like very extra thickness. Oh my. Okay, Swan? Yes, big swan. Very big swan. He stopped by one day, and I fed him quite the smorgasbord, and then I didn't see him again. Probably because my backyard's currently overrun by construction, which tends to chase off every and all wildlife creatures. That's usually how that goes. So welcome back, one and all. Have you played Bar? Beyond a Reason? I have played it before, yes. It's on the list of games I think will be extremely good, and I have extremely high hopes for it. What I didn't expect is for Winter and his rather large population of nerds to jump on it so soon, and I may want to actually jump on that train myself because it seems like it's taken off a little faster than I expected it to. But otherwise, it's a good game. I like it. Let's see. Could use some more maps. Boat needs an attack swan. Oh no. Construction workers are the natural enemy of the swan. It's a rivalry that goes back centuries. I see what it is. I am so many levels of not interested in FFA inlets, but islets. But oof. Believe we're about good to go. This is gonna be so one-sided. Oh god, these teams are so. I'll talk about teams that are not great. You know what? Great Woe and Ice, y'all know each other. Y'all like each other. You guys can go on a team 2 together. I'll take unranked. There you go. Hopefully that's not the worst. You have 5 dash hounds and 3 elephants. Please arrange them on either side of the teeter-totter to balance their weight. Hopefully this one is just... God, it's so rough. Y'all ready? Portal God did get a kill, though. He did! He did. The portals worked for exactly 1 projectile. Something like 9 minutes into the match, a whole 6 minutes of expenditure later. Let's go. This is disgusting balancing going on. There's just no balance going on here, I promise you. Alright, let's do this. As we are off once more. Hey, so we can try to keep the flag around because I'm a fan of it. It's not true, I'm not a fan of it at all, but I like to see how annoyed I can be by it for how long I'm willing to let my patience run. From this position, how do I want to do this? I don't particularly want to do any of this. We're gonna do this guy. Get some money back for this and just start expanding. I'm going to play this default. As about default as it gets, which implies the sale of this guy and of this guy. You sell this. There is a great argument for keeping either those artillery or that hard points, and the reason for that argument is they become a great source of swift damage output toward the opponents. The aircraft are just cheap, free, and you can do some great damage to the enemy with a pair of, 3-minute warthogs to the face. Alternatively, the hardpoint can be transformed into a deck gun or an orbital laser, which provides a great opportunity to slam your opponents earlier than they expect. The problem with either of those is they aren't something that synergizes with our current commander. And that, I believe, is unacceptable in the context of right now. What is some cheese you can do with boats? The things you can do with boats in terms of cheese are the same. The things you can do with not boats, standard forts. The problem with doing those cheeses on boats is that by the time someone has spent the time to learn how to play a boat, they've probably also spent the time to learn how to deal with any and every cheese you could possibly want to throw at them. So they tend to not work for reasons completely unrelated to the strength of the cheese or the ability to do the cheese. Okay. Let's get this set up here. Nope. And then another one, and another one. And another one. I am hearing upgrades centered, which means either they are doing tryhard architect stuff. Tryhard's a strong word for it. They are either doing architect stuff, or someone just particularly likes upgrading, which we can punish incredibly hard. If you know what upgrading requires? Time to pay off. You know what I've got right now? Autocannons. Multiple of them. Which means they have decided to spend on upgrades where I have decided to spend on violence. Okay, let's go ahead and trim our vessel up a bit here so that we don't cause a problem to the team. Going to trim quite long over here so that we can do this without breaking our ship in two. Okay. That is so many upgrades. Alright, let's hit this target. Okay. Batteries are coming online. I'd say it took a hit, but it looks like my own stuff. Alright. Top base is having a time. Okay, I need 6K to fire this. Well, that's unfortunate. I did actually try to shoot those down. I kind of expected them to come a little bit further out than that. Which is why I was aiming where I was. But it looks like that wasn't the case. So, unfortunate again. Okay. Almost got him. Why are there so many boat components dropping down from top base? This concerns me extensively. Okay. Let's take those out of the sky real quick. Okay. I'll reset this. We're getting penetrated, boys. All right. Let's turn ourselves just a little bit more. Are we looking on AA here? Pretty alright, pretty solid. Alright, well, we shut down most of the bombers. Unfortunately, we're getting focused by 3 players right now, which is a lot of player to get focused by. And I can take the hits, but I can't thrive through them. Okay. Is there a way to decompress braces? No, there is not. Once a brace has been stressed, it is stressed. Let me rephrase. You can decompress the braces. It requires you to remove the weight off of them. Which, you know, you can always remove weight. It's just a matter of, is it worth doing, you know? Alright, if I can get one of these here, it would be great. To keep things a little short up. Alright. I cannot sustain this measure of damage for an extended duration of time. It's kind of a lot of damage. We all need to be doing some manner of damage output soon. Comes the end, I imagine. Are those triple howitzer style projectiles? Yes, those are. And they're quite devastating. Quite the very devastating. And I do not have the means to defend against them at this point in time. It's just a matter of how long am I capable of sustaining these hits. I imagine the answer is not very. All I can do is try to live as long as I can and give my team the best opportunity they can have in order to deal some damage back and try to survive themselves. Sounds like they're kinda sorta trying. We are starting to reconstruct our front side. Always scary to see one of those around here. I am not near having the ability to place one of these, am I? Whew. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Well, they didn't last very long, did they? Here comes death, here comes disaster. Unfortunately, they've come pre-approved for some anti-portal tech. So there's not a whole lot I could do here with the whole portal thing. It's gonna leave me in a rough position now, isn't it? Oh boy. Alright, well, there goes that. Does this man have 3 nukes and Flint Shadow? Well, I mean, you can't say he doesn't have weapons. He's got plenty of those. Oh boy. I think Flynn Shadow's letting it go. And I don't blame him. Nope. He had a DC issue. He's a little bit on fire. And exploded. Okay. Well, that was actually that was good. I liked that. I liked that a lot. Well done, well done. Weird one. Tanked so much? Yes, we did. Although a significant part of that was due to my opponent's seeming inability to actually hit my core. Let us go. Ready when you are. To be fair, my core was moving a lot. It was moving a lot. I don't blame. Yeah. No, that is absolutely a thing. There was a lot of core movage going around. A little extra. It's like swinging, just slightly less stressful. I say as if being shot at isn't stressful. Okay, so we're gonna have to do these here. Going to need some of these. This is like the perfect possible place for them. Let's put you down here. might have been a good idea to go even a little further down, but I suspect that won't come back to haunt me too much. Yeah, there we go. Alright then. This guy goes... Here is where it goes. I could definitely fit another... Because it doesn't really matter. I get exactly one anyways. It's like I can't... I'm not going to be able to fit another one up here without causing other problems. How? How are you like this? Okay. What an odd base design. This is quite the odd base design, but I'm here for it. One player has desynced a bit. We'll give them an opportunity to rejoin. Are the mines and rotors the same for metal? No, the the propellers are half a mine. Looks like we lost a player entirely. So that's great. Who did we lose is the question, and are they returning? Fin Shadow, and welcome back. Alright, let's go. Welcome back. Oh, that looks bad. Okay. Okay. My game has crashed. Alright, I'm starting to think there's something going on with my forts install here, because something is not right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this opportunity to check out Don. Don hanging out in the backyard. He's a nice overcast day trying to find some sun. What was it? My front yard today was actually infested by Egyptian geese. Which is exciting. Talk of some serious skin issues is rather scaly. Yeah, no. Oh, also, front door... I found a nest right next to my front door again, where a front door duck had last year raised a clutch. There are no eggs in it right now. I imagine that might change given there is now a nest just there. But there was a whole host of these guys hanging out in the front yard today. They're quite loud. These are actually kind of the nice ones. They're not as gross as the what are they called? Muscovy ducks. They also look much more regal. If only. Garlic and onions later. Oh no. I mean, I'm sure they would be quite tasty. I haven't tried. I'm not super interested in trying, like, at all. But you know, that is an option. I'm sure someone's tried it. Look at all those free ducks. They're cheap. They're easy. Free. Ah, man. Just validating my game files real quick. Don't mind me. Alright. Let's try this again. Loading up once again. Hopefully, whatever was an issue is no longer an issue. Like, alternatively, we could go play MechWarrior again, which, you know, I wouldn't mind that. It would be a good time. Usually is. Usually a great time, actually. All right. Let's try this again. Come one, come all. D wheels, no, not yet. Let's see. Teams don't look horrendous. Muscovoy, great homestead ducks. Fuck. Chattel. Breast meat is great and they breed quicker than rabbits though. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, they do. It's, they leave eggs all over the place. It's kind of a lot. They also do a bit of massive hordes of ducklings. Like a whole lot of hordes of ducklings. It's, well, they're quite cute. They're quite endearing little critters. It's just a shame they grew up, they adolescent themselves into being rather cruel and mean creatures. They're rather foul. By the way, witty when you are. Let's do this. And we're off. Let's go. You get 3 clutches per year in upstate New York, 25 to 30 eggs, ducklings per clutch. Yeah, yay, that sounds about right. Do I have any pets? I do not have any pets. No, I do not have any pets. Unless you count the plethora of creatures that live in the backyard. Those are truly wild animals that simply like to stop by for social activities. Thought about getting a pet. Probably a cat, if I were to get a pet. But as it stands, I've not gone down that route again. Not yet. The teams, I literally didn't. Did I? I don't recall if I looked at the teams. I did look at the teams. You know what? We got this one, Shadow. We could do it. You and I together forever.
Warning, nuclear launch detected.
Alright. I'm going to float a few seconds of metal. I can live with this.
Yes, another gift from the word of Blake, because I am not going to make you forget that.
Oh no, my smooth transition. Okay. I need to set this up now while I can. I need to do this. I need to have one of these here. Like so. I need to do this. Should keep us largely intact from things. Okay. That should do nicely. Sitting here floating monies. Okay. I do need to invest in some flak batteries. That'll happen in a hot second. After placing at least one of these. Alright. Here we go. Buzzsaw doing great damage. Love to see it. Also, you hate to see it, depending on which team you are. Okay. Is it possible for me to drop? I mean, not anymore. It's gotta cut. Well, that built quickly. I think the architect. That built hilariously quickly. Okay. I'm gonna deal with that, I suppose. I am going to desire a second cannon, but it is a little late to be putting it down if I intend to keep it alive. So instead, I will be building doors for a cannon. And then a cannon, and a cannon soon. That is why we wait. Alright, let's send this. Not what I was aiming for, but good enough. Okay. That's a lot of cannon fire. Sadness. Alright, got him. Worth it. Be here a second as I wait for metal. This hurt me just a little bit. Well, that's death. Okay. Too many cannons hit me all at once. Very well aimed, though. I'll say that. Just trying to connect to the water. Okay, so we have... oh, boy. What's the plan here? Aim is standard. I like it, I like it. Like it a lot. Okay. That's a lot of damage. We do need to deal with this here, or this is going to be the death of us. All of these bases are a substantial threat to us. That looks pretty well aimed for these two. Tier 3 looks like it was a little bit far. More accurately, I didn't see where it came down. It didn't come down in front, but that was almost a perfect door snipe. Which would have been a huge moment for our team. Oh, tier 3. Huh, nice. So that hit the front of their forwardmost base. Yeah, that cannon is still very well aimed for the potential door snipe. This is not great for it. That does mean this has a direct shot right into them, which is the ideal situation. Oh, the tier 3 splashing between the enemy forts. Alright. There you go. Make it nice. There you gotta change it so it's a tight spread. And then you punch. You punch directly. You gotta fire. You should have the money to fire. You gotta fire soon, because if you don't, you're just gonna die. Okay. Well, you know, you fired. That was a good start. Good start. Oh, internal explosions. Base falling apart. God, those cannons do so much damage. Oh, that was close. Alright. That's going to still be upgrading, so it cannot be repaired. Oh no. Oh no. Flint Shadow almost getting door sniped. Flint Shadow's cannons perfectly aimed as they are. Alright, this looks complete. He needs to repair it immediately so it doesn't get destroyed via splash damage. Also, really should change it to point blank, not point blank, but tight spread. As hello, that sounded like tier 3. Alright, surely they pressed the repair button. Yeah, this is why you... Okay, it's fine. Such an opportunity. No longer present. Cannon rounds of doom. So, the enemy player does have access to this region, which is dangerous for our team. Very dangerous. Why is Tier 3 called a Tier 3? Because a long time ago, before the advent of, well, most weapons in forts, there was a singular weapon called the mortar, and it was overwhelmingly powerful. The only thing more powerful than a mortar? Tier 2 mortar. Mortar which you could obtain by pressing the upgrade button on the mortar. And then one day, we found the only weapon much, much more powerful than the mortar. A cannon. A cannon rotated using ropes to orient itself straight up into the sky. So it in of itself became a mortar, an artillery piece that launched up into the air and came down upon their enemies from a mortar artillery trajectory. Thus, the Tier 3 mortar was born. Nowadays, Tier 3 is a reference. It generally refers to any weapon which has been reoriented to fire directly upwards into an artillery trajectory. Let's say a weapon that doesn't normally fire upwards. And it's so many howitzer. Oof. My dude's gotta put doors on their weapons. They missed. Yeah, that's a good start. So fortunately for us, the enemy player hasn't managed to invest into this section, which is good for us. I don't know if that's due to them forgetting or if there's an actual reason for it. Like they've taken so much damage that they can't actually expand there, which is entirely possible given the perpetual cannon fire that Flint Shadow has been sending toward them. Yeah, Flint Shadow's been keeping up with that. That's one of the joys of cannons. Cannons usually don't win by dealing critical damage. They win by attrition. They break the enemies until they break the enemies piece by piece until there's no more enemy left to break. They just are also capable of dealing some penetrative power. Ooh, a beautiful tier 3 hit. over-penetrating the base just a little bit, dealing damage to everything along the way. Who'd think? Having to spend an egregious amount of money on top armor, coming back to biting them. Oh, that's a hit on the core. They spent all their armor on frontal-facing armor. And none on top, which means they could just get penned from the top real easy. Just what they're suffering right now. Suffering it pretty good. Don't most weapons gain power? No. Time in the air and velocity has no bearing on damage output of any weapons in forts. Tier 3s are not more dangerous than a standard cannon. The only reason Tier 3s are considered more as dangerous as they are is because nobody defends their top of their base. Like, this cannon has 6 doors in front of it. And exactly 2 struts of wood above it. So if this cannon gets hit by a standard cannon, it's going to have to go through 6 doors, which, pro tip, cannot do. Cannons go through 1.5 doors, so 6 not even close to being threatened. A tier 3, however, would simply penetrate 2 pieces of wood, destroy this cannon, penetrate this piece of wood, destroy this cannon, probably come to a stop. It may even go through this technology. It is not more damage output, more dangerous than a standard cannon. It's simply a direction from which nobody defends. What do particle accelerators do? Mostly look fancy. They are fun. That is what they do. They generate fun. Hello there, Xaps. Welcome in. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you demoralize your opponent. Player eliminated. Only 1 remains. And they've had kind of a rough day, you know? Kind of a really rough day. Well, hey, the drunk nuke actually almost hit the core. And there it is. Okay. I did want to check that first opponent to death, which was way back here. So I'm pretty certain they went down to a tier 3. I just want to check. What hit you? As your base looks reasonably well defended, unless you get... Yep. Tier 3 from space. Here's another example of a tier 3. Look at all this high explosive stuff. Literally completely undefended and exposed. Not even a single door from this direction of space. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Nothing. Nothing is the answer. Alas, that's not what happened. It's, there was a little bit of something coming for him. And is very angry. Sweet. Love to see it. Okay. If you delete all propellers, could you stick your ship? No, propellers have no bearing on the flotation capabilities of your fleet, of your boat. It's surprisingly accurate how accurate T3s are. You know, you and I have two very different definitions of accurate. Thoughts on giving Fort's wheels? I think it's a great idea. I look forward to playing with it. Why are you like this? Let's go. Alright. And we're off once more. So this is a map that has largely become unpopular. I would say for good reason. On the open sea like this, forts have pretty hard dedicated roles to perform based solely on their position. Which spawn position they're in. For example, the front fort, they have to build short, but they also have to build extensive AA, because given their position, they will get dumpstered extremely hard by things like howitzers if they don't. They need to have things that fire projectile weapons and defeat projectile weapons. Similarly, these two boats in the middle really can't be building tall, because then they will block the shots of their opponents. They will need a little bit of AA, but of course they can't really fit AA because they can't notably build AA on the front without running into the back with their forwardmost teammate. So they're in a bit of a rough position. I, on the other hand, can and therefore must necessarily build as tall as possible that I may provide AA support, a giant flak tower, and shoot over the heads of my teammates. That's how the rolls for this one go. So typically the middle two forts will go for something like tier 3s or similar artillery trajectory weapons, whereas I in the rear forts will be going for more direct fire and AA anti-air technologies. And the forward teammate will go for map control and, well, more AA stuff as well. Kind of by necessity. Speaking of which, let's start that AA bit, shall we? I like what I'm seeing. Okay, so put you here, put you here, put you here. Yeah, let's start getting one of these here. I will want some stability tech, that way I can build even taller. But for now, that'll have to do. So I have some AA here, although I need to get some higher elevation anti-air so I can aim over my teammates and assist in defending them. from the inevitable damage output. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a spine. Just a little bit of something here to keep everything intact. Come on. There we go. That will help immensely. There we go. Up we go again. I'm hearing machine gunners, but I'm pretty certain that's due to manual fire and not any manner of anti-air being triggered. Okay. And so from here up, I will be constructing these for the purposes of flak. Actually, I'm going to build them in such a way that I can transform them later into cannons. But for the time being, purpose of these will be for flak. Okay, I see this here. I'm going to try to shoot over it because I can. Well, that's a beautiful hit. Looks like one of their players is going for aeroplanes. I can tell because I smashed the aeroplanes. That is our player launching airplanes. It's like no real damage dealt with that. I'm gonna refire last position. Great damage, penetrating incredibly well. I need to have this open, that it can defend against the impending onslaught. Okay. Same kind of height here. Going to refire last position again, which this time, unfortunately, I hit my teammate's sniper. Oh no! Through one base, and smack right dab into the core of the other. Just because you are the rearmost base does not mean you can skimp on defenses. If that isn't
Warning,
obvious.
nuclear launch detected.
Alright, unfortunately that wall of MGs is a little bit in the way. Looks like our center bases are indeed doing a good job of artillery trajectory weaponry. I don't know what's going on here, but they don't have much in the way of foreground bracing, it would seem, anywhere in that base. Which is definitely an interesting design. There's the nukes going up, up, and over. This poor guy keeps building ammunition, and that keeps getting taken out by variant penetrative power. Pretty certain I just took out a tech. Flynn Shadow. Your cannons your tier 3s will not be able to be used this round if you do not fire them quickly. Well, this round is going fast, to put it lightly. Oh, there's one down. Big boat taken from above. Right, so at this point, I think we're just accepting that we're shooting through the MGs. Tier 320s. raining from above. A little high. Hey, look who's finally brought some weapons to bear. And I have a plethora of AA to shut all of them down. Player eliminated. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. You'll love to see it. Still a little high, but I can live with that. God. Man's got 3 tier 3s and the 2 tier 3 20s. Whew. Well, that could have been a lot worse than it was, to put it lightly. Still needs to go down. Surely this is the end. Yes, there's very little left for me to actually hit here with these cannons. Kaboom. Devastation. I want to see what on earth did that base look like? What did you build that I was able to overpen it so many times? Yeah, it was just all background bracing with that railway on top, and he kept building exposed ammo, exposed aircraft, like bombers just chilling right out there. It's getting hit, it's literally getting peppered by machine gunners. And it's sitting on top of the core too. I mean, I don't know what you expected to happen. It's a bit much. And he just did it again. Here's another one where it gets hit by, is this, yeah, hit directly by a cannon. This guy, oh no. He's got an exposed core. Why? Why are you like this? Oh no. Okay. And then it just goes clean through one base and out the other. Where's the fire? I want to see the penetrative power of this thing. Oh, it's already gone. I was wondering, like, where did it go? Here we are. Right here. I mean, come on. Where did this hit? Through the flak, straight into the core. Okay. This is fine. We can deal with this. Oof. Let us go. Ready? We lost Great Woo, was it? I think we lost Great Woo. Well, if the teams were unbalanced before, they're definitely unbalanced now. As shout out to Luxor. Luxor lasers of laser beams coming in with the nuclear launch. Tertiary. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Also, shout out to Hawkwolf, coming in with yet another gift from Word of Blake. It's not even Mech Warrior Day. Hello there, Mind Builder. Welcome in. Bonjour to you as well. I am confused by your lingo there, sir. What manner of land do you come from which mixes those? They have Alex, they're overpowered. Too many mod strength. Took you long enough to respond to that. I was distracted by the explosions. Mostly. It's mostly explosions. Let's see. Did you enjoy the Mech Warrior last night, Hawkwolf? 'Cause I certainly did. It's a good time, great time. Looking forward to doing it again.
Warning, nuclear launch detected.
How do I want to handle this? This is a reasonable eco. I could live with this. It's fine.
Long TME watcher. Thanks for the content, smiley face.
Kinda wish you had the chance to join you. Yeah, we did have a slot for a moment. Hello there, the Dujin coming in with the nuke. You guys are going crazy with the nukes today. Like, just thank you one and all for all the support you guys have dropped on the channel. Today has been, you guys are just, thank you. That's all I could say. Just thank you. Yes, I could fit this here. This will be fine. Let's do this. Let's get set up here. Another one of these. Get rid of that. Set up like this. How do I want to handle this? This is not particularly great building. Would prefer something a little bit more stable, but not. The layout is messing with me a little bit, to say the least. I suspect I could simply build here and be fine. We are a bit dangly. A bit very dangly. Okay. This will have the side effect of keeping my teammate largely intact, which I suspect they will enjoy. Suspect they'll enjoy that one greatly. Okay. A minute. Okay, I didn't notice him disconnect. Nope. Is it time for damage output? I believe it is. Okay, who shot me? It was one of you. I'm gonna do this. There we go. You count as one of you. That's a lot of damage. There's the hit I was looking to make. Just knock that down until it's no longer here. I'm concerned about this, but okay. I want to help against this guy, but it seems that my teammate is both doesn't particularly need help and is blocking me, so I couldn't do much if I wanted to. Also, that sounded like it was incredibly painful. So now I can do much, and I intend to do exactly that. There we go. That counts. I am prepared for such a laser beamage. Okay, teammate has once again constructed way up there, leaving me unable to assist. I mean, he took the tech, so that's, you know, a good thing. Good start. Player eliminated. Sweet. Start working on techno upgrades. How about just a little bit of AA here? Say as if we aren't dangling beyond our safety zone. No, that could have been so much worse. So those portals are currently shut down. I missed. Fire. Come on. Higher again. How? Ooh. So that was a whole lot of damage sent directly into an enemy. From an enemy. Take this moment to upgrade these real quick. And save up to double cannon firepower. Oh good, that's gone. Alright, in that case, fire. And fire. There it is. Target eliminated. Got it. I tried. So this is the one with the destructible. With the destructible walls. So we can do things such as this. I don't know what I expected. I should have seen that coming. So this map has destructible terrain. And I destroyed the terrain purposefully so it could destabilize and partially destroy my opponent's base. I failed to consider that destructible terrain has an incredibly high chance of desyncing other people, which just immediately knocked them out of the lobby. Okay. Okay, what am I looking for here? Additional firepower? Kinda, sorta. Alright, so what that did is that it caused this water level to lower, which broke this, or at least left it less than operational. Okay. Huh, well, you know, at least can't claim I'm not precise. Yeah, it seems that breaking the floor causes problems for people. Which is not an issue most of the time. But, oof. Okay. Get a little extra firepower up in here. Seeing a problem here. This base is still here for some reason. I am permitted to live. No longer going to be causing problems for the teammate, which is nice. That's a good bit of damage. We cut a little deep. Love to see it. I wouldn't mind helping you with mortars, but... Okay. I'm just going to keep firing. Keep firing until morale improves. Man's sitting there waiting for me to open my doors. I don't blame him. I would do the same thing. This man keeps reconnecting. Why are you like this? Hey, he finally got it. Fortunately, I'm okay with that trade. Well, one of these days he'll hit him with those aircraft. Today might not be that day. But he's gonna try it. I don't think it's possible to hit something that this close with the one of these guys. I think it's actually just too close to... Okay. Well done. Okay. Alright, so that is 3 matches in this lobby. You know what that means? It is time to make a new lobby. If you guys want to come and join, now is your opportunity. Remember guys, if you like this kind of content, you guys like yelling at Flint Shadow for broken mods, and so real quick, shout out to Flint Shadow for making that, well, like actually really cool map. Is that is a map which features destructible terrain, which is something that it just doesn't exist elsewhere in Forts. It's really cool. Unfortunately, it seems that the last update may have broken the destructible terrain mod, which is really rather unfortunate. But I'm excited. It's good. Remember, if you guys like this kind of content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like that follow button. Time for a Z-War lobby. It's been a good time, you know, I've been enjoying it. It's good. Good game is good. Alright. Heard a game called Megabellum? Yes, I have heard of it. It is a rather interesting looking game. Has some really interesting mechanics, especially with being able to move units around and attack from different angles, flanking and such. Oh boy, what have we done? Boat. Oh look. Another good Flint Shadow map. Let us go. What are the teams? Waking Catastrophe. Okay. Let's do it. Misty Crevasse. I have it downloaded already. No. I remember that one. Not even a little tempted. I played it once, maybe twice. That's all I need to know. But oh, Silica looks interesting. Silica definitely looks interesting. That is about all I have to say about it right now. It is a one-man developer doing some really cool stuff, and I look forward to seeing it when it's... I don't want to say playable. I don't think that is appropriate. When it is more functional than it is currently. Oh boy. Polished? I'm capable. I don't mind playing unpolished games. You know, I content creator do early access a lot. It's not the polish that is an issue. It's things like for example, the human harvester's AI doesn't work to the point where it doesn't harvest things. Imagine playing StarCraft, but whenever you sent your SCVs out to harvest minerals, they failed to do so. But once more into the fray. I don't like this. Don't like this one bit. Okay. Okay, there we go. Nothing. I need to get you here. Should have done that a few seconds earlier. There's no reason for me to be shooting this thing. Not at this range. Okay. What else am I looking for here? There's really not much for me to do here other than just kind of chill out. I am super tempted to go for another... Is this really... Okay. I can't do this. I need to have this here. Do this here. There we go. Okay. I need more battery, which I think doesn't fit here. My god, that might actually fit. Does it? No, but it's close. Which is not close enough. Alright then, in that case... I guess we do... This is such an awkward position. Okay. Alright. Well... Hello there, Ren Randeb. Took me a moment to verb that one together. Sound that one out. Welcome to the chat. Okay. Can I do this? This might get me killed at some point, but I think it's probably worth trying. And... Gimme. So close. Well, that sounds interesting. This whole system is pining to be an issue. The whole thing is looking like it's gonna be bad. Okay. Alright, let's try to get any amount of additional goods here. keep this alive and intact. Gonna put a sniper position there. Want to have this. You good to go? Yes, you are. Alright, removed one. Now, given the... Okay. Can live with this. Just tiny brace this for now. You said this base is jank. You were not kidding. Is certainly a mess here. Fire at me, I dare you. Okay. I broke something. Not exactly what I was hoping to break. It does seem that they are waiting for me to open the doors to fire at me, which is fair enough. I have a solution to that problem. It's called don't fire. If they're not going to fire, I can wait for my teammates to handle the problems for me. I can not wait for the teammates to handle the problems for me. I mean, I probably still can, actually, but... yikes, though. The situation has changed, such that I am likely to be destroyed. And it would just be better off if I fired everything I could, while I still can. Oh, that's not gonna matter. Oh. Okay. This is a significant concern. Lower. I think it's completed. Come on. There it is. Just not gonna get it. This is a problem. We can't let that happen. Do I have... I don't have the tech for buzzsaws and the like. Would really be good for me to have something like that. Because we're gonna have a real bad day if we don't. There it is. Okay. Sniper coming in, clutch. God, we're so close to just ripping ourselves off our sides here. Can I get a little bit more power back? Still got a door on it. not quite burning. Means we need to get more damage output going. This counts as damage output? Oh yeah, it does. Oh yeah, it does. There we go. Okay, so no more of that hitting us. Question only is, what next? I would greatly appreciate having... Oh, please don't. Oh, it's fine. Okay. I don't have the energy production. Oh, that's so close. Okay. Well, that was unfortunate. Oh, is that straight to the core? I mean, I guess not anymore, but... Okay, can I... I just need to max these, because I cannot continuously fire these. It's a problem. It's a real problem. That commander ability keeps activating, disabling my turbines, leaving me without the ability to do much of anything. Okay. Okay. Yes. I would love to kill bot cannon. Genuinely have no idea how much I would love to do that. Okay. Okay, well, unfortunately, not much for me to do right now, but wait, I don't have the metal income. Okay, Alright, there's another cannon down. So close, so far away. Oh, is this death? It's not aiming at me. This, however, is... He only fired one. Okay, what do? Sell this. I don't have the ability to use it right now, as much as I would like to. Sell this as well, for similar reasons. I'm keen to drop all of this, actually. That's why. It was never going to be long for this world. Oh, they're never gonna let me have this, are they? There's no real reason for them to. Okay, how do I handle this next step? Okay. The worst part about this is because they're shotgunner, they can place a barrel on the other side, so even if I disconnect from their extension, they won't be disconnected for long. And by for long, I mean at all. Because that's how shotgunner works. Right. Okay, excuse... Oh, I see how that... Okay. It's like, wait a minute, I put ropes there. Now they shot the ropes directly. Okay. Okay. Like that. Alright, this is unacceptable. Because I hate to leave it like so. Okay. There we go. Okay, barrel down. Can I get you just here, please? Thank you. Holy smokes. Okay. What do we have here? It isn't an opportunity. Broke something, and I'm all for it. This, please. Thank you. Can I have one of these here, please? Thank you. How am I still alive? Okay. This sniper. Yeah, that's probably worth it. All of our energy production is gone for the foreseeable future. Here, let's do this. How long until I can get one of these here? There we go. We shaved off a little bit. Not much, but it would have zero energy production. Oh no. How can I solve the energy issue? Bit of an energy crisis here, team. No. Always touch it. We touch something. Upgrade. Oh, it hurts so much. energy crisis, yes. Worst part about it is it's metal that I'm floating. Okay, because I can't spend... I don't have the ability to spend it due to sitting at 0 energy constantly. Alright, what else can I do here to stop this? I need to have a place to build turbines that isn't... I mean... Okay. Almost got it. I broke something. Don't have the energy. Breaking. Oh, we penetrated deep. Also means we may likely start being able to actually fuel our weapons, which would be great. It's not gonna happen. Not there, at least. Okay, what else can I start adding into this? Gonna redo a lot of this guy. Here, like so. Just keep cutting. Okay. It's an anti-fire beam here. Ugh. I have turbines. It's beautiful. Makes me very happy. Alright, what do next? This is not incredibly useful as a tool for me. There you go. Good job, team. You did it. Battery. One more down. Strike from above. I just built that. Okay. I need to have these here so they don't get buzzed on from below. Can I build something anywhere? Oh no. Meh. This man's building exposed cannon. You, sir, are brave. mean, it's covered now. Alright. Going to build this knowing full well that this isn't exactly the first thing I need, given I'm floating metal and nothing to spend it on. Alright. One gone. Just keep cutting. Just keep cutting. Alright, let's do this. I would appreciate new technology options. Namely this one. So you can go here. It's just cascade blackouts. Tried. These cannons from below are a concern. There's one. Is that both? Yes, it is. There. All weapons destroyed. They have so many snipers. Cut deep, but not quite deep enough. There we go. Cannon gone. Unfortunately, that was his additional cannon. That player has been eliminated. His core is gone, and yet he still remains. Due to having a... Oh, finally, I cut deep enough. There it is. Okay. Just breaking them. Laser beam after laser beam. Alright. How long until I can get a... Let me fix this. He's trying to shotgun blast me with his snipers. Which I don't blame him. It's a good strat. Alright, oh, we're clearly gonna be here a moment. Nice and close and personal, it would seem. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Not every day you get to see a player survive the whole being dead experience. There we go. Little focus fire goes a long way. Alright, so a few of these threats are more important than the others. Like that cannon really needs to go. It's gone. There we go. Buzzsaws from this angle. Dealing great damage. I can't. That was... Did you see what I had to build in order to have any amount of energy production? Holy smokes. Oh no. Okay. Well, unironically, my hand is like in physical pain. Jesus Christ, I was clenching my mouse just a little too hard for that. The power pole. Jesus, the half of it was just having to struggle to having all of my energy removed. 6 wind turbines, all of them shut down almost every shot I fired. Alright. We have madness. Good God. So we have madness happening right now. You guys want to see what it is? Well, let's jump right into it, shall we? Let's go. See what kind of madness we have here. Because I've seen this a few times before, it's good fun. Is here we have, it's a lot like, I'm going to describe it a lot like Flying Forts for those who have seen it. Here we have a vehicle construction pad where we will be constructing vehicles. And it's, I don't know if jank is the word I want to use to describe it. It is certainly exciting. And you guys are going to get to see it all. As we have several members of the community here on the mod making team who've actually been creating this mod itself. Such as Xaps, Samster Birdies, Flynn Shadow, and Alex. Jank is how you would describe it. I mean, what isn't jank these days? But alas, we have a very long map and nothing but madness between starting in a few minutes. Nothing but madness. Oh look, it begins. As the tracks have been placed, the vehicles, control systems have been placed, the engines are being constructed. It begins again. And there we have the first vehicle launched. Complete with one barrel for remote control, an engine for power, a couple wheels to make them move. Let's do it. We have the first command given, and away it goes. Vehicle control has been established, and vehicle is on the move. First red team vehicle is on the move as well, with 3 engines. Oh my god. I think he's got some power. And... oh! We've already got a desync. 1 down. It's okay, they're returning. Can they do it? They're expanding their wheels further and further. So far, no weapons have been placed for the vehicles of either team. They're simply moving closer and closer. What will they do when they reach each other? Only Lord knows. Well, we have a very long tank being constructed at this point in time. Very, very long tank. That's some serious madness going on there. Additional tank treads are being added onto the vanguard of these vehicles, as their teammates are struggling to construct even larger vehicles back at home. Looks like each team is opting to have someone forward on the field, at least to have anything going. Oh boy, here it comes. Here comes disaster. The first weapon has been placed and the charge command has been given. Over the hill, they have direct line of sight, and bayonets affixed. Might see some firepower here in a moment. While this cannon is not yet constructed, this sniper is, and it can see that cannon, and it wants it. That's a swing and a hit! Cannon has been hit by that sniper. Blue team's trying to get in nice and close and personal, but that sniper is missing every shot, which is not a surprise given the context. Being chased away by the cannon vessel, the cannon car. Oh no. Being chased all the way back to their base. I like how the EMP is facing backwards. Oh. Okay. Big shock. Oh. Cannon's finally getting some fortifications in front of it. Classic forts fashion. The weapons, everything, nothing has collision in forts. So they just kind of pass through each other, which is always fun. Forward goes the tank with the cannon on it. And that's a hit. He's into their construction yard. And with it, he's going to be casting significant amounts of cannon. I can only imagine. Yep, I think he wants to finish off this player in particular. Oh, with the buzzsaw from behind. Chopping into the tank. Oh, so close. That's going to leave them in a rough position. 1 gone. With that, red team eliminates the only standing blue team vehicle. There's nothing between blue team base and red team's weapons of war. Which is, whoa. Oh boy. Hopefully they can get their weapons up in time, because this is a giant tank. And it's not quite ready to move yet. Although it does have its weapons in place. With its weapons in place, it can fire back. It just doesn't have the ability to move yet. And red team's not being particularly aggressive. A few extra pieces of stability, we should see this tank be ready to rumble, and it might be the game ender, because look at that. That's triple cannon firepower, which is kind of a lot of firepower for a tank. Looks like the rearmost base is going for a giant tower for turret defense reasons. Base defense, I imagine. With elevation like this, they can clear point defense their way across all the way to the middle of the map, which is substantial range. It's certainly not something where you're expected to get effective fire. Nothing accurate, certainly nothing precise, that's for sure. Here comes Team 2. Their massive tank has taken the lead with triple cannons. Oh, a beautiful shot, hitting the exposed underbelly of Team 2's red giant tank cannon. Giant cannon tank, which almost removed it. Oh, but cannons from way downtown. Talk about an artillery trajectory. A heavy hit. The tank slanted armor, but not enough. Just takes the hits and it eats them. Can't take another hit like that, that's for sure. Oh boy. The energy production owned, it's gone. I'm sure they'll figure it out. He's trying to figure out how to move it. He's got it. He'll figure it out probably. Just button for it. You can do it. Oh. Team 2's tanks have stealth. They've gone full cloak. We can see them because we're the spectator, but blue team cannot. And with a shot from above without the armor to maintain it. Oh, that's it. Blue team loses yet another tank. Only one tank remains, fresh off the construction yard, fresh out of the factory. And a single cannon. It's a bit, well, tanky. It's well armored, but what it's lacking is any amount of firepower. And good lord, there is massive amounts of firepower heading its way. Here comes danger. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Alex is at negative 14 energy production per second, which means that they will not be able to afford ammunition for their cannon. It cannot be fired, and a capsize of its own volition, of its own design, perhaps, fails to make its way up and over the hill without falling apart, and down it goes. Uh-oh. Alex, without the energy production to fire back, it's a sitting duck. And he's gone. This is now the tower defense's time to shine. With one large tower and no mechanized armor to its name. Oh no, a mobile airstrike pad. That's a lot of aircraft, but swing and a miss, a calculation error. All those bombs land off target. They've been corrected, and with that, the tower falls once again. Blue team's base defenses have been removed. With no energy, no weapons, Team Blue's base is vulnerable, and they are taking hits. Look at the tank parked in front of blue team, ready to deal the damage they so desperately desire. Well played, I say. You have a lot of eco, but not enough. A lot of metal income, but not a lot of energy income to spend it. And plus 100 metal per second, but only plus 80 energy per second. Oh no. Just build everything out of metal. Because you can. That's a lot of engine power. I mean, he's going for it. Well, that's bad for this player in particular. They're down to a single mine, which is not many mines at all. He's sitting here pummeling him away. Oh no. Well, I mean, they're working through them, shot by shot. Like this is a limited lifespan thing. Like there's no. This isn't something they can realistically come back from. It's just there's a lot of material here to dig through. So like, they'll get it. Eventually. It's just gonna take a moment. As the shots come from all over the place. No, he should get any amount of mines, because I guess it doesn't really matter. Hey, repair station. Don't get to see one of those used every day. Okay. Have a good night, region. Can he just run forward, shoot the core directly? Yes! Yes, he can. Although, if he does that, the core explosion will take the tank with it. And, that's not a great situation to be in, because you lose your tank. I'm betting he's, intending to try to blow through it and then go to the next guy without having to reconstruct an additional tank. But it is completely doable. I think more interestingly, he could use his Phantom ability to put a weapon on the back of his tank and then just kind of roll through. Shoot the core in the back. It's probably a bit more effective, I would think. Heavy hit. Alex down to 36%. So we have the artillery tank over here, still dealing great damage. Well, something exploded over here. And it's gone. Another tank bites the dust. Self-destruction. Kaboom. Isn't there a rule against firing while inside someone's base? This is a public lobby match with the devs. There's... I mean, the devs can put social rules up if they want, but that's not... This isn't a tournament. No such thing has been required. He can just straight kamikaze and end the game. Or go run through and take out the other guy first who doesn't have the manner of eco to deal with this. And then just literally turn around and blow up Alex. Doesn't have to sit here in front of a wall of portals and struggle and blow himself up because he fired at a portal. You forget deck guns. But they're so strong, though. You do collisions. Yeah, I remember you talking about that. This tank would be at home at 40k. I know, it really would. Hey, artillery tank finally sniped the rear. That's impressive. Also, heads up, this guy built I just want to point out the sheer size of this pillar. This power tower here. Oh. Oh my. That's a mess. It's a beautiful, beautiful mess. That is you love to see it, you know? You love to see it. Still very work in progress, yes. Yes, it is. We can check it out again, too. Because this is... What do you guys think? What kind of lunacy is this? Okay. Let's go. I mean, how are you supposed to deal with this manner of lunacy? It is crazy! Also, Phantom is definitely the pick. But here we are. This thing is so big, it can't even zoom out. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's so big. Okay. Not something you hear every day. Why is it so big? Would have been more even if it was... I don't care. I don't care. We're here to check out this madness. Because that's truly what it is. Madness. Well, that's awkward. 2 tanks for the price of 0. 0 tanks for the price of 2. Interesting that these have a little nook, a bunker for them to sit inside, where the factory is constructed atop them. A substantially different layout, as it were. Either way, it looks like both teams are going to be getting their vehicles out at approximately the same time. We have a very flat tracked vehicle coming from Mech 70. And the other side, 3 somewhat smaller vehicles, although the one in the middle is quite large. Oh, that's fast. Well, someone seems to have a failure to launch. That's unfortunate. Where did it go? There it is. Like, which camera? This map is so large that I need... What? Well, we lost another one. Nimble and not capable of self-sustaining. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. It's bad. And he's gone. Alright. How do you handle it next? This one sounds like it's struggling. This one really sounds like it's struggling. Alright, how are we looking over here? No other vehicles in play? Nope. It's gone. Alright, so we have another big one coming out of from blue team. Oh, Alex. Oh, almost. Here we go again. Off to yet another tank. Oh boy. Oh boy. You could do it, little tank. You're quite tall and top heavy. He loaded with rockets. What are they hitting? The floor. That's what they're hitting. They're hitting it quite hard. Oof. Uh-oh. Oh boy. A little bit upside down, aren't you there, buddy? How did you do that? How did you get... Okay, well... And he's gone! And so he's gone too. Oh no. So we have one in the middle who's trying desperately to survive. Another one launching from red team. You could do it. Uh-oh. Whoa. Oh, he stopped himself just in the nick of time. No! He made it over the middle of the map. Oh no. So far, red team has made it the furthest. They've made it technically most of the way across the map. Oh no. Alright, so, blue team's probably in danger. They're constructing additional vehicles now. None of them are anywhere near completion, let alone weapons. We have a new contender attempting to cross the center stage. I believe this is claimable structure, which the previous teammate did not attempt to claim. Flint Shadow should be able to claim this and plant their flag here. They have some cannons to play with, which barely have the range to make it into actual damage on target. Has Flint Shadow put his flag down? Or is he just gonna chill out here for a while? Incursus, they're yelling at me. Oh no. Alright, so we're seeing another tank. This one piloted by Samster, quite thick, but no weapons placed on it just yet. However, it does have weapons in storage, so we'll be able to rapidly field them in pretty much whenever it wants. Ooh, a heavy hit. The tank technically doesn't die, but that's a rough position to be in. It looks like it's going to be bringing those weapons out of storage for immediate use. Here comes Flint Shadow. And, ooh, tank collapsing in on itself. Almost takes out his own construction factory. There's no way this tank makes it. It's way too top heavy. Yep, there it goes. Another one gone. Team 2 struggling to leave port, and it's gone. As there are officially 2 red tanks. Looks like they brought one weapon out of storage. They'll probably likely be bringing a second here soon. There is a construction pad here. They can build a forward base or even a tower there for turret reasons. They are bringing a howitzer out of storage. Nice. Standard cannon. Looks like Team 1's all but given up on tank activity and instead just trying to build weapons. And down they go. A self-destruct. A tank without a control center collapses in on itself, taking its own tank factory with it. Oh no. Oh, it's scary. Oh, it's real scary. A red team tank sitting literally on top of the blue team tank factory. As yet a second factory. They're just building weapons on the chassis, because, well, I mean, what else are you gonna do? Uh-oh. Oh, boy. It's bad. Dropping an explosive down into the bunker, and he's gone.
Warning. Nuclear launch detected.
Alright, 2 down. The static defenses, the static positions for red team have not been used, no surprise.
You know, seeing these tanks reminds me of another vehicle building
Oh, that's
game.
their opportunity,
Tank
and
builds
he's
included.
in.
Good times.
Oh, little overshot. Hello there, Jose Chang, coming in with the nuclear launch. And explosion detected. Actually, that did not do as much damage as I expected it to. Some damage to the tank, but nothing to the tank factory itself. However, this cannon, on the other hand, a little bit more destructive. There's a level chat for Jose coming in with that nuclear launch. Oh, and a self-destruct, trying to leave a detonation charge behind, goes off prematurely. Oh boy. A little bit of friendly fire, but nothing significant. Question will be, what does this red team tank do to this tank factory? To try to drop another set of weapons on it? What do? The reality is it could just drop this barrel and kamikaze itself, which is I think what it's trying to do. So the moment this falls, it's gonna be rough for... Like, these, there's a lot of ammo, there's a lot of kinetic firepower. Oh, but the friendly fire destroys the tank entirely before it can drop and leave its explosive payload on top of the bunker. That pretty much means Team Red is going to need an entirely new tank. Oh no. Another failure to launch. Team Red needs an entirely new tank in order to bring the damage to Team Blue. What point do you build tier 3 mortars in your base to defend yourself? You know, I wonder if it's... surely the range of the tier 3 mortar can make it that far, but at some point, it's not even going to be a tier 3 mortar, right? Like, I mean, I guess it would have to be a tier 3 mortar, but just barely. That's a lot of range. I don't even know if a tier 3 mortar can make it that far, man. I don't think it can. That's just a lot of range. But it seems that the static defense emplacement off from the center has the range to drop shots directly into the core of the last remaining blue factory. It has had way too much fun with this. Is good. Is very good. I'm a fan. I love the idea. Oh no. He's using ropes to keep his tank in place because it's having a bad day. It's lost its throttle, lost its controls. Oh no. Can you portal from the main base to the forward base? Yes. Absolutely. I'm hearing bad sounds. Yep. And it's gone! A little bit of airtime with a little bit too much torque. Looks like we have another tank being constructed from the forward position. There's no way. Flynn, what are you doing? Flynn. You knew that was going to happen. Okay. Oh, jeez. It just keeps getting better and better. Oh, wow. Firebeam's trying to tech up as we have yet another bit of airtime gone wrong. Oh boy. Aw, jeez. More cannons. Portals not online, however. Firebeam down to 42% and dropping. As here comes another tank. I'm not sure this one could make it, although it's not terrible. Oh boy. Here we go. Oh boy. Another volley of cannon. Oh, return to sender. That looks like a near perfect return to sender. That's because it is. That's awkward. Can Samster move up to reclaim? Oh lord, he trying. Oh boy. There's knots left, but the burned husks of a few metal points. Looks like he may actually be trying to reclaim it. He is. He's going to have to construct an entire facility here. Let's see. Here we have Flynn Shadow again making a small construction. This one might make it. I say as if I don't know what happened here. I think he built a tank. Oh yeah, the tank he was building didn't make it very far. That's unfortunate. And with that, blue team has no defenses, and here comes Flynn Shadow for the red team tank. Can you make it? Oh, tank failed. This should be it. Oh, he missed again! He really dropped the bomb on that one. Oh no. Oh boy. Another opportunity, another chance. Here comes the big red team tank. Not something that's a quick expendable bomb dropper, but a big expensive tank that's probably just going to drop a bomb, because why wouldn't you? Although at this point, dropping the bomb has been a less successful strategy than is typically expected. We typically see. The question then is, how exactly are you going to deal with this? Because, like, he's orienting himself as if he's going to drop. Yeah, he's going to drop it. As long as he doesn't move, like literally at all, he should be fine. There you go. Oh my god. Have I ever mentioned how much I appreciate you guys here in the community? Alex, Flynn Shadow, Gaps, Samster, y'all are mad lads. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh, jeez. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Has been a great live stream, but I am going to have to end it here. Tomorrow I intend to spend the day with my family for Mother's Day activity. Just want to say good day, everyone. Good night, all. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you guys next time.